Hello. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part, for the tarot part, I'm going to use the Astro Matrix tarot. The website on the back here, there's verbiage there, but the website's at the bottom, astromatrix.org, I believe. They're at the bottom. There's also the artists, the creator, and the QR code. Thank you for the people who put that in the comments last week because I could not remember the name of that, but here's the QR code for this one if you're interested. The Oracle cards. You Are Clairvoyant Oracle cards by Belinda Grace. Illustrations by Elaine Marzin. Website rockpoolpublishing.com.au. A as an apple, U as an umbrella. And I also use dice. I use a 21-sided for the major arcana, which does omit 0, but I make it work. I believe it came from this place, the dice shop. And if I can get it close enough, you can see mathartstuff.com. mathartfun.com. Hopefully you can see that if you're interested. The smaller dice, I have a 14-sided dice that I use for the minor arcana, and I use a 4-sided dice to choose the suit. That's from here, Tom Anders. There is some information there. Hopefully I can get it close enough so it'll focus and you can see it if you're interested. I want to say there's like a website there, but I can't see it. This one also has a QR code. Here's the QR code for that one, if I can hold it still. All right, that's what we have for the materials. Of course, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day. Hello, Gemini. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Gemini? Ooh, Ace of Cups right off the bat. Wow, got a lot of good cards here so far. Doing the research. How much? Okay. So it's about you making your decision for what you want. There's a long-term goal here for you. So, have you been... What's going on with this? This is interesting. There's a long-term goal here at play, and I feel like this is one of those things where... I don't know, it almost reminds me of like maybe when you were younger, say you wanted to own your own little bakery shop, just for argument's sake. And then every now and then maybe you do a little research on it, or maybe you're building up your baking skills, or you're learning new things. Maybe even once in a while you start like seeing where you could buy stuff if you're ready to do it. You sometimes look at locations. Just for argument's sake, that's what we're going to use. And it's like, I've wanted to do it, but like it's just never fallen into place exactly what I wanted. But it's been a long-term goal, but it's just never fallen into place like this is going to work, this is going to happen right now. Maybe you've been stockpiling things, probably not, but I guess it's possible, but I keep getting like probably not. It's more, it's been in your mind like I'd like to do this someday. I'd like this to happen. And every now and then you kind of move towards it. You just gather more information about it. There's a part of this where to make it happen, you have to know that you can do it. And you can. And I'm not saying that just like you can do it, not like that, but more like you do have what it takes and you do have the conviction to make it work. It's not just saying, hey, you can do it, not like that. It's more like if you put yourself in the arena, if you throw your hat in the arena and it starts happening, it means too much to you to not hold tight to the success and push it forward. I don't know. There might be some confidence issues here, but you do have what it takes, and you will have, if you actually make this happen, you will have the staying power to keep it. the moment is coming. Whatever it is you've been wanting, it's showing up. That Ace of Cups is showing up. Like everything is falling into place, and the Four of Swords is showing up too. Some of you might have situations in the past where you did something similar. By similar, like we're using like a bake shop as an analogy, right? Maybe you've had other businesses. Maybe somebody talked you out of like doing a bake shop, and they're like, no, you should have a little eatery, like maybe a little, breakfast lunch little thing, or maybe somebody said, maybe you should have a hot dog cart. I don't know why, because there's one down here in town. The guy does pretty successfully too, but still, maybe you tried other things, but your heart wasn't really in it. It wasn't the bakery that you wanted, so you kind of let it go. It just didn't work out. Whatever. Now is the actual one that you want. So there could be things that where you tried something similar. For example, maybe you had a hardware store instead of a bakery. Somebody said, no, this makes better sense. And somebody got you into like a hardware store. And you're like, all right, I guess I could get my feet wet with this. But you didn't really care for it, so you kind of let it go. This is different. This is what you actually want. This will hit different. So you have this possibility coming in. You could have this. So remember, it's just an analogy. I hope this isn't cringy, but I am getting this analogy. It could be a romance thing where you've had other romances, but for whatever reason, they didn't pan out like you thought they would. And now there's a person maybe you've wanted for a long time. But if that's the truth, if that's really happening, they should be openly communicating with you. And there should be that direct dialogue where they're like, yes, I'm interested. Yes, let's move it forward. It should not be a speculation like, oh, my moment is coming. I wonder if they're going to talk to me. This wouldn't hit for that. This would be more like you moving forward, you opening the dialogue, and you getting the answers you're looking for, and the other person saying, yes, I would like this to happen. Yes, I am ready for this to happen. This would not be like this wouldn't be a dreamy kind of like maybe it's almost here type thing, if that makes sense. Because you're going from a level where you were very self-sufficient and then feeling stuck. And then the next level coming in is getting that connection that you want. It does not have to be romance. I don't know if there's another romance card popping out. This is the only one, besides the Ace of Cups, if you will. But you're going into this next phase, but it's definitely hinging on you pushing it forward, you communicating out, and you getting things going, and you moving things forward. It's your time to do so. It may take a little extra initiative, but you have it within you to put that energy out there and make what you want happen. It's getting that energy churning up, and you might have a couple conversations where you just kind of have to get somebody talking, and that might be all it takes is for you to start a conversation and participate in that conversation. You'll just naturally say what you need to say to get the next thing to happen. I feel like that's a talent of Gemini that kind of gets misconstrued. If you're open and honest about a conversation and you know what you want, your brain will just naturally get you to say what it needs to say to get the next bit of information to come forward. The only way this is a problem is if you have secrets you want to hold. They're gonna fly right out the window. I'm just fair warning. Just fair warning on that. So whatever it is you're moving forward, you have to start the communication. But when you do, I feel like people are gonna respond to that, and people are gonna wonder what else you have. What else you can do, what else is there. It's the wonder, it's that mystery you're creating that's going to pull more people in and pull more into the situation. I think when Gemini communicates, they get people talking sometimes, and it gets things going a little bit further. So I would highly recommend talking, but realize if there's anything you want to keep a secret, it's going to fly out the window, and it's going to come right out. This is going to be a back-forth situation. They're going to need from you certain things. It's not like people are just going to hand you things. Opportunity is going to be there. You have to push it forward, get the communication going. They're going to ask things of you just to keep it on the level. I don't think that's a surprise, but I just feel like just to keep this on the level, it's not like this is just going to be handed to you. You're going to start the communication. They're going to ask you for certain things, and it's just a part of how this balances out. When you see it coming your way, it is starting at a lower level. It's not starting off at a run. So, for example, if we're going to use the bake shop, for example, I feel like, for example, you're getting the opportunity maybe to buy a bake shop that closed down. and they have a lot of the stuff there still. It'll take some work. I feel like I'll have to kind of clean it up a little bit. I won't be able to do everything I want. I won't have everything, I won't have the access to everything that I'm looking for. I'm trying to understand, like, I'm seeing the bakery, but I'm getting, like, I can't do everything I want. And I can't, like, I feel like I can't, like, go full out and just have a fully functioning bakery with, like, 5 employees and, like, have everything stocked. I feel like I have to start slow. I have to start building the clientele. I might start off with just, like, 3 different types of cookies and a couple cakes. And I just make that a regular thing, and I have to start building up the clientele with restaurants in the area and start selling my stuff there and trying to get my word out that I'm selling these things. And then as I slowly build and I slowly create more situations, it's like it's a builder situation, but it starts off fairly good. There is something with, like, feeling like maybe this is too much. There's a moment where you could feel overwhelmed, or you're kind of like, okay, this is a bit of a risk. I don't know if I can make that happen. Don't feel limited. This is like fear could block you. Fear could, like, if you get caught up in your head too much, you might go down. Like, the thing is, Gemini has a way of seeing all the different possibilities, right? So many different possibilities. But it's about where you're facing. If you're facing in a positive direction, you can see all the different ways that this could work. But if you're nervous and you're feeling overwhelmed, you could see all the different ways that this could fail, and that could be the problem. Be careful of that. Be careful that you don't. Well, be careful of how you're feeling, and realize that, maybe I'm in a direction where I'm really fearing that things could fail, and now I'm seeing all the different ways it could fail. That could be a problem. Be careful that you don't get yourself stuck in that rut. What they're saying to do is take it with more of a realistic tone. So, for example, you're doing this bakery thing again, because it's just the analogy I'm really excited about at the moment. Maybe you're not starting off full time. Maybe it's kind of like, well, just to begin with, I'm only going to start working on the weekends. The bakery will only be open Saturday and Sundays to start. So for the next 3 months, I'll have these things, and I'll fill orders and I'll do things, but it'll only be open on Saturday and Sunday because that's when I can be there. And maybe in the beginning, it's just you doing the baking. It's kind of like, I have online orders. I've worked with a couple local restaurants. I can make cakes for them, and I can make cookies. But it's like I can cook them or create them in the morning and get them out to them in the afternoon. And at first it may seem, you're Gemini, you can find how that would work. I'm sure you'd find a way, just for argument's sake. So you start getting pretty successful, and then people are like, you know what, Gemini, if you could, we have events on Thursdays and Fridays. If there's a way that you could, like, supply us with cakes and cookies on those days, we could guarantee you this and that. So it's kind of like, all right, now I have to make a decision. Should I go down to part-time with my job so I can, work these 2 days at my job at my bakery, and then, still have that income, so I can, like, I'm not completely, like, at risk here, but, like, I'm fairly at risk here. But if these people can guarantee this, I can do this. I just gotta, like, compress my work week at my job, at my full-time job or my main job, and start making, like, finding ways to make it work in your favor. Hopefully I made sense with that, because they're saying, look in the direction where you know you can make it work, not in the direction where you know it could fail if you don't this, you don't that. The way this keeps going forward, if you're able to angle it to your advantage, because there are possibilities, there's more things are going to fall in your lap that are just going to align where you need it to. You didn't get the Lover's card, which is your card, but you did get the Star card, which talks about Aquarius, which talks about allies here, people wanting what you're giving. And then you got another one here, the Justice card, which sometimes talks about Libra, another ally card for you. More people are going to support this, especially when you really start taking off, because whatever this is that you've been having a long-term goal about, this is something you are naturally good at, is what I'm getting. It's going to go into a whole nother phase. So if we're going to use that same baking analogy, the baking shop, you're going to hit this point where, all right, I'm working part-time at my day job, and then I'm working part-time at the bakery. You're going to hit a point where you're getting too busy where you have to choose one or the other, which I would naturally assume you're going to choose your bakery if that's what it was. Because you're going to get a lot of support. It's just going to keep growing and growing and growing and growing. There's a lot coming in here. You're going to have to upgrade. So, for example, with the bakery, you'd have to have more employees for sure if you're going to keep up with the demand, if you're going to make this a true success. If it's something else, then I'm just getting you're going to have an upgrade. There's going to be a point where you're going to have that success where you're going to have that upgrade. What is this? These last few cards are good, but like you got the Seven of Swords with the Prince of Wands, which is making me wonder what's going on here. Seven of Wands. Okay, and the Strength card. Okay, so this is like almost like a side note. There will be people who try to take advantage of you. Just keep your eye on it. Look out for other people in this situation, whatever this is. So I feel like if I'm going to use the bake shop, say you're supplying cookies to a couple restaurants, whatever, maybe to a convenience store, mom and pop shop, whatever. And you're hearing about certain things going on in the community, and you're just like, oh, you know what, I've been hearing about break-ins. I just thought I'd let you know. Make sure that, you keep this and that locked, or you might want to get a camera because this is what I've been hearing. People have been breaking into cars and stealing this and stealing that. Keep communicating. Keep looking out for other people. Other people will look up for you, and people are like, hey, Gemini, you know what I heard? I heard, that this person is coming, ordering stuff but not paying for it. They're doing big orders, but then and they put it on credit or whatever. They put it on their credit card, but then their credit card, reverses the charge after so many because they can't pay their credit card bill. So we're getting stuck with their funds. We're getting stuck with their costs. Like if you look out for other people, they're going to be looking out for you. I'm getting that with like these two cards here. When you hear something going on, share it. Try to look out for other people. It may seem at first like it's not your business, but then when you try to look out for other people, even though it's not your business, people are going to try to look out for you when it's not their business as well, if you follow me in that same type of vein. So whatever this is, keep that in mind. Look out for other people. Other people will look out for you. Is there a guarantee with that? Of course not. But you have a better chance of things coming your way because I get that there's something here where there's like this sleight of hand going on. If you keep communication up and if you see it happening to other people and you let them know, hey, I saw this going on, I thought I'd let you know, they'll do the same for you. Keep that in mind. That's what I'm getting here with this card too. I know it looks like a party card, and it is, it's good, but I feel like you're looking out for other people, people are looking out for you is what I'm getting. I don't know, that's what I'm getting with the card. I'm more of an intuitive reader. I'm going to go with it. Anything else with that? All right, I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.